Hi everyone, welcome to Camp Unwrapped. Welcome Richard, welcome Tom.
Hi, Tom,
Hello.
Andy. How are you?
Good, thank you, not so bad. Yourself, Richard?
Yeah, okay, thank you. It's been a strange week, as you know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we'll be talking about today. So as many of you will have heard, Rich and Nick have made the decision to call camp off for this year. So Rich, tell us maybe a little bit about the decision, about how you came to the decision.
Well, ultimately, it wasn't really our decision. It's been forced upon us. Although, of course, it's the right thing to do. Um, at the time of making the decision and sending it out and still today, it would be not legal for us to run the camp and have all these staff and campers together, and it wouldn't actually be legal for the schools to let us use their facilities.
Well, I understand, Rich, that you and Nick will have had many things to do, many different people, many different stakeholders to contact. So how have you gone about that? What's the sort of process that you've gone through?
Well, the main ways were to contact the people that are already part of the camp. So all of the parents and campers that are booked, we emailed them, and all of our staff. There's over 100 staff that are all contracted up, ready to work, and we emailed them, as well as putting the information on our blog, on our website, and on all our social media channels.
How was the reaction, Rich, from the staff and the campers who come and had already booked?
Amazing, actually, Tom. Nick was in charge of sending out the message to the parents and the campers, and we've had some lovely responses back from them. Really supportive. Every single person has said it was an inevitable decision. They knew it was going to happen, and wishing us well, which is really kind in these times when it's easy to think about yourself. I sent the staff email out, and well, I've told you to off camera that it took me a few days to actually read some of the emails, because the first one or two that I read that came back very quickly, I had tears in my eyes, and I was trying to hold it all together. People supportive, people asking about us, people talking about what we do for them, and yeah, that was difficult, but we've had an amazing response. People have been so kind, and that says a lot about the sort of the family feel that we have with our campers and staff, and that old word stakeholders that Andy used before.
So how do you think it will affect the staff, say, who've got a job or they've got an interview with XUK but haven't yet worked there?
Well, it's a good question. There's about 35 or maybe 40 staff that have been offered jobs in the early interviews this year and were ready to work in July, and now now the camp's not running. So we have told all of them that they have a job next summer if they want it and if they're available, and hopefully they will be. A lot of them have replied to say they will. And there's also a lot of staff who are coming to interviews. So they've got past the first stage of the application, i.e. we like their application form and what's on it, and they've been invited to an interview. They've been told that they will be invited to an early interview in January or February next year. So they'll have the opportunity without reapplying.
So Tom, how personally has the decision sort of affected you? Will there be things that you'll perhaps miss this year, or will you just be looking ahead more to the possibility of next year?
Absolutely, there'll be things I miss. We've said that with the staff, we're in a position where we're able to meet up and see each other, hopefully, given the circumstances. So I think the thing that I'm going to miss a lot is often when you see a camper who's been to camp before and they arrive on site or they get off their flight and they maybe see the XUK logo or a staff member they recognise or a different camper. And it's like that excitement on their face that they know their holiday sort of begins there. I think it'll be a real shame to miss some of the campers that we've gotten to know so well over the years. What about yourself?
Very similar, Tom. Something that I'll miss about camp is seeing the kids reunited again. We'll have campers who have been coming for 4 or 5 years. They'll be meeting up with their friends as they do every year at camp. And not having that this year is quite tough to take. But again, looking ahead into the future, you know, this can happen again. And I think it's something that I'm looking forward to a lot, is to having that feeling again.
Yeah, those things are so special at camp, and we're all going to miss that. For me, it's the relationships between the staff, the relationships between the campers, seeing everyone smile on that Sunday evening when everyone's arrived and they're doing their first activity out on the fields. We're going to have a year away from that close-knit community that ex-UK is, and it's really sad, but it's inevitable. It's the safe thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Most camps won't be running this summer, if not all, and we need to look ahead.
Yeah, I fully agree, Rich. And I think in anticipation of 2021, the excitement that's going to build up over the next 15 months or so means that when we arrive at that summer, hopefully we'll just have a super amazing time with added excitement to usual.
No doubt about it. The staff, the campers, the schools, and all the other companies that we use to help us run the camp. So from our trips, the coach companies, etc. It's going to promise to be a really exciting year, and we'll build up to it. We'll do everything we can to make it as special as possible. And all those firsts that we enjoy every summer, that first time that we see each other before training starts, the first Sunday when the kids arrive, the first activity on the Sunday night, that is going to be twice as special in 2021. And that's the thing that needs to drive all of us now, is how can we deliver whatever we deliver, whether it's camps or schools, how can we deliver that safely and give everybody what they want to have, so they're still healthy and their lives can go back to as near to normal as possible.
Absolutely. And just drawing back on your point, Tom, that anticipation, I know that we've been in contact with other members of staff, and we've been talking about this past year, the ideas that we have throughout the year that we are looking forward to applying to camp. There's just going to be another year of, you know, thinking and planning and ideas. So in 2021 is just going to be an explosion of, like you say, excitement and ideas and enthusiasm. Everything's going to be back with a bang. So I look forward to that. Okay, Rich and Tom, thank you very much for speaking to us today. Of course, it's quite a sad subject to be talking about, but looking forward to 2021. I think we can all agree we're looking forward to it very much, and it's going to be an epic event when we return.
Absolutely, yeah. Just important now, I think, that we remember to stay safe, stay at home, because even though it's been so long, we need to keep that going just to make sure that we can have camp in 2021.
Amazing. And I think, Rich, do you have a question for us today?
Yeah, I did a quiz for my family, actually, and I asked this question, which I was surprised at when I saw the answer myself. What is the sports stadium in the world with the largest capacity of fans in it?
Is it Loftus Road?
Loftus Road, no. Loftus Road is near the bottom of the list, Tom, I'm sorry to say, with near like Brentford.
Maximum capacity of 10 hooligans.
Yeah. And bad managers.
I know the San Siro is a big stadium.
Is that your final answer? Are you locking that in, Andy?
I'm going to lock in San Siro.
Well, you're both wrong, surprisingly. The largest stadium in the world is in North Korea, if we can believe that's true. I don't know if it's been verified, but North Korea, it's called the Rungado Stadium, and it hosts 150,000 people. Apparently, I'm only the messenger.
That's big. It's almost as big as Carrow Road.
Carrow Road, yes. That's the third smallest stadium in the world after QPR and Brentford.
Great. Well, thank you very much for that, Rich. And guys, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, stay safe, stay at home, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Goodbye.